Welcome back to Spreads and Eggs. This week we're tackling omelets. Ooh. First step when tackling omelets is to make sure you choose the right hardware. Come on over, I'll show you what I mean. 12 from Lucerne. Come on in closer, let me show you what I mean. Now when cracking eggs, you want to make sure shell in there doesn't bother you, it's just protein. So make sure you get that guy in there nice and fine. And we're going to mix it right up. It all gets mixed up in an omelet. Make sure you give it a good whip. Gotta add fat to make sure that the eggs don't stick. You can cut it. Make sure your omelet gets all the way around the pan, and again, that butter helps with not sticking. I'm gonna place this back on here, and this is the part, where the kids like to enjoy. We're gonna add our special ingredients, but first, give it a little twirl, no stick. And of course, with any great omelet, you gotta add, what do we have today? We have some golden Oreo O's. Yes, a little sprinkle of those there. Come on now, Mike and Ike's. But of course, and we'll save those for later. Give it a little flip. Woo! On the plate. Step left to enjoy. What are you doing? Smokestacks? What are you doing in here? What is that? This is my show now. This is my show now. Spreads and eggs. I'm a chef. This is Sprinkles? I can't fucking make a bet anymore.
Big time chef.
I'm a chef.
Guy Fieri, huh? Eat it. Eat that. Yeah, take a bite of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Excited to be here. Week 6 of Spreads and Eggs. This is where I belong. This is my show. This is our show. I love this. I love football. I'm not doing anything else. This is where I want to be.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Come on! Come on! You're coming with me! You're coming with me!
It was a rough week last week. Yeah. Let's go to the board. And we're at the board, the moneymaker board, for some fucker 4 watches. And we are starting things off, smokestacks. Smokestacks, we're starting things off doing, that's not the Dirty Bird, but it's the fucking whatever, Ray Lewis Bird out here in Baltimore. We got Cincinnati, Andy Dalton. I will never bet on that trash team ever again. Heading into Baltimore, I think that's a very fair spread here at -10.5 for a division game.
Very big spread.
Oh boy. I will be touching this game. I will be putting Baltimore in a 10-point tease, and I will be knocking that 10 down to .5 minus the half point. Basically a pick 'em, yes. They just got to win. They just got to win the game. That's the first part of my 10-point tease. Moving on, in the second part of my 10-point tease, I am going to attack this Cleveland game right here, and I'm going to give them +11. I just think Cleveland, for as bad as they looked against the Niners last week, I think they bounced back here against a good Seattle team. I'm taking 11 points at home against Seattle. I think Cleveland can close that out. And third but not least here, I'm heading over in my trifecta right here to the Atlanta game. This is do or die time. Job on the line. 32 jobs in the NFL as a head coach. Dan Quinn has one of them. If he loses this game, he will be axed. He will be gone. He will be a chef upstairs making omelets, okay? He needs to win this game. I will be giving Atlanta the 7.5 points. They just can't lose by a touchdown. That will close out my trifecta. -half, +11, +7.5. May God have mercy on Dan Quinn's soul and close that out. Put a foul.
Got a foul. Drop the foul.
Yourself?
I'm going back to this game. This spread opened up at -2 for the Cleveland Browns. The public has swarmed it and taken Seattle. And why would they do that? Because Seattle's sitting at 4-1. The Browns looked atrocious against the San Francisco.
No doubt about
49ers.
it.
They looked atrocious.
They were America's sweethearts.
Everybody
And now
wants
they're
them.
back to being the shitty Browns.
Shitty Browns.
I love me the shitty Browns.
Let me tell you about the shitty Browns and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is going to destroy, humble that line. Starting tackle for Seattle's out. Now, I have a few concerns because on paper, it still looks Seattle's good. But when they open something up at -2, there's a reason. And my reasoning is it's very simple. You opened up at -2. That tells me something right there.
Yep.
I'm taking the Browns. I'm taking the Browns heavy.
A lot of factors. Of course, you could put in Seattle of being the better team. But just remember, it's a very, very far traveling going to a team that's wounded in a must-win game, I think, for them to stay pace with Baltimore and now Pittsburgh. With Baltimore, I think they have to win this game. There's a lot of talent on that paper. I agree with you 100%.
Seattle has a great run defense. However, their pass defense, 22nd.
Is this,
So I
is
look
this
for
the week
Baker.
Beckham? Is this the week where
Yes.
Beckham and Jarvis
and
and
I think
Njoku
Chubb.
or
I think Chubb
all of
too.
them get
A
involved?
lot of receptions out of the backfield for Chubb.
I'm with you. I like it.
ahead.
Both of us are on it. Take note at home. For my second bet of the day, because we're not going to reference last week, but I am winning this week. You will win this week. Follow me. Follow me to the gates of hell. My second bet will be this Jaguars game right here. And I am going to take Jaguars at -2.5, you say. Oh, how the hell does that happen? I'm going to tease that in a 7-point tease, and I'm going to give Jacksonville +4.5. So that's the first part of my 7-point tease here. And listen, the Saints are hot even without Breeze right now. They're looking good. Michael Thomas is still doing things. They got Kamara. Why the hell is Jacksonville even favored in this game? I have no idea. And that's the reason why I'm taking Jacksonville in this game. I think they win outright. And I'm not only on top of that, I'm going to give them the 4.5. I think that's a very, very safe bet. And I'm going to tie this game in with my 7-point tease. And I'm going to bring it down here for Monday night. Look,
Monday night.
every week I mention it. Green Bay's been my dark horse team all year. But this is a division game here, and I love Detroit getting the 4, and I'm going to tack 7 more on top of it. +11 for Detroit for a defense that's been very, very good. 7-point tease. You got Detroit +11, and you got Jacksonville +4.5.
Yep.
Cash it.
Yeah. Underrated. Lions are very underrated.
I agree.
Green Bay, no Divine Tams. I like that. I like the 11 there.
You touching?
Nah. I don't fucks with the Jaguars.
Fucks with them?
I don't.
Fucks with me, baby.
Nah, not the Jaguars Saints. No thanks. Maybe with Drew Brees, but not like that. I'm going over here. And this is one we disagree
4
on.
o'clock slate. Don't remember we have a London game that made it to our
do.
trash. But don't forget, little eggs, little omelet upstairs, and watch your London game.
Get a little
But you're
spreads
heading
and
out
eggs
to
this morning.
LA.
Now, we're going to disagree on this one.
Okay.
Now, I'm taking San Fran here. And I'm taking them +3, and I'm saying thank you for the +3. I believe this is inaccurate. But people are still going to say, oh, the Rams, they have to. They have to beat them. The defense. Second overall. I think in all categories defensively, top 3. In all categories. Rams, not so nuts. Middle of the field. 15, 18 ranked down the line. I'm feeling it. San Fran has the 22nd passing. Okay, they are 22nd in passing. They're second in everything else offensively. Almost, I believe, first in rushing actually. So I got a feeling San Fran dominates. The defense dominates. Rams struggle. So I'll take the +3.
You just gave me all the reason, the viewers at home, the reason that water's wet. We know San Fran's good. We saw it. Then why the hell are the Rams -3? Why? They've looked like trash. They've lost the last 2. Gurley's beat up. Goff, who the fuck knows what he is, and their defense hasn't been a shell of what it's been last year. And that's exactly why they're going to win this game. Monday night, everyone and their mother saw this game. You saw San Fran. You saw Joey Bosa replanting that Ohio State flag. You saw it all. And that's why the Rams win this game, because no one's taking them except Woody Wagers and my followers here. You take LA Rams, and on top of it, if you're a little bit scared, let's throw them in with my teaser, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to 7-point tease this, and I'm going to make the Rams +4, so you get that field goal hook. If I was wrong here, fine, and they win. If it's a field goal, I see it at worst, it being a field goal game, San Fran wins. You got that 4, and you're set. Second part of that 7-point tease, we are going to head to Denver. Yes, Denver. Denver just got their first win Yet they're favored at home against a Tennessee team that's been pretty darn, dominant this year. I think they've shocked a lot of people. A perennial playoff team, might I add, as well. They're not a bad team. So why the hell are they +1 going into Denver? And I'll tell you why. Because Denver wins this game outright, as it shows here. That's not really a crazy call, but I think most people are going to hop all over Tennessee.
Yeah.
That'd be wrong. Stay away. You need to touch Denver, and I'm giving Denver the +6. Do not bet Tennessee. Either you take Denver, you don't touch this game. I'm giving Denver +6 with my 7-point tees, and I'm taking the Rams +4, and that's how you close that out for a thought.
My last pick, and normally I would never do this, but they made it a little too easy for me, and I just have to attack what I see. I see Dallas sitting here at -7, playing Sam Darnold's first week back. They're still abysmal. I still don't believe in the Jets.
Now, that spread opened at 8.5. We
It
weren't
did.
sure if Darnold was going to go,
Yes.
so Darnold's good for a 1.5, and I agree with that
1.5.
because there's a big difference between Darnold and Falk, okay? So I agree with that 100%.
Then I'm going to go down here and say Steelers have a defense, and that's about it. They have no offense. Connor's not getting involved. Third string quarterback. I don't see it. And this is almost a little low for me, too. So what I'm going to do, this is the first time. You ready? I'm going to take Dallas at even. Bring them down to a pick 'em.
Ooh, we got a smokestacks teaser.
I'm going to do a 7-point tease. Dallas. Then I'm going to come all the way over here. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to give the Chargers it. Plus a 1.5. I don't really care. Both teams win, in my mind. I do not see a loss. I don't see Dallas losing to the Jets. I do not see, even though this is a low line, I don't see the Chargers losing to the Steelers. So, 7-point tees. Two winners.
Smokestacks doesn't typically get into teasers. That's
I
not
don't
his
really
forte.
dabble,
I'm
but
gonna
I
tell you
mean-
people at home, you can follow
that a
Smokestacks.
trap? Is that too
You can
easy?
follow Smokestacks at home. He's been hot, but I'm telling you right now,
me,
I'm
baby.
okay with Dallas, but I am not okay with this Chargers
That's
team.
fine.
Chargers are wiped across the board with injuries. I would either give that 7 to the Steelers or I'd stay away. That's just Woody Wager's point.
Steelers
Woody
defense-
Wagers also went 0-3 last week, so do what you may. But I'm just telling you, I would stay away from that game.
Steelers defense. You know what the only thing they're terrible at is? The run. No, I'm sorry. The only thing they're good at
Is the run.
I'm sorry. The only thing they're good at. No, that's right. Terrible. No, I'm sorry. They are terrible
Well,
against
if you
the
can't
run.
stop the run,
But they're not ranked high run either. I think they're both in the 20s for their rushing and for their defensive rushing. So I look for Melvin Gordon to actually come back into the fray.
Eckler, baby.
Eckler, yes, for the receiving game, but I look for Melvin to actually erupt, and this will be the coming out party of the year for Melvin.
Oh, that's enough about the Steelers and the Chargers.
Game
Now you're wondering why. Yes.
the week.
For you at home, you're saying, Woody, I thought you were a Dolphins fan. We've seen your house around here. Other than the money suit, we've seen Dolphins memorabilia. Smokestacks, we're not sure what fan you are. You're dressed in purple, maybe Minnesota Vikings fan. Wrong!
I'm a Redskin fan, baby. Just depressing.
Why are you guys dressed like this? Well, if you've done any homework, you know damn well any Dolphins fan is rooting very, very heavily for the Redskins because we want that first overall pick. Same goes for Redskins fans.
I want that first overall
They're
pick.
not sold on Dwayne Haskins as they should not be, and also they could sell that first round pick for a ton of
Could
capital.
you imagine selling it back to Miami for
Ugh.
all their picks? Give me the 3 first-rounders just to move up one
Been a-
spot. Oh.
Not that anyone really cares, but a fan, very, very long time. This is one of the most important games I can remember for Miami in a very, very long time. They fucked it up so many times. They could have had Drew Brees. They've let, of course, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, all those guys past them. But I remember more distinctively when the suck for luck was around, and Miami was also in contention for that, and they ended up winning some games, and they got Ryan Tannehill instead when it could have been Andrew Luck. You're saying, Andrew Luck retired. Well, he retired because of other reasons. It had nothing to do with Andrew Luck not being good, okay?
Yes.
It's happening again. Hopefully they've learned from their fate and they must lose this game. And I think Miami will do that. And I am taking the Washington money line, which is at -194. You put everything you have on that. I don't want the 3.5. I want Washington to just win the game. I believe they will win the game.
Ooh.
Kirk Cousins isn't here anymore. He's somewhere else, but it doesn't matter. That's how bad they are. They don't have any fucking stars on the team, but they will win this game because Miami will not allow themselves to win. They're benching Xavier Howard. They're benching anybody that had the flu, anyone that has a stubbed toe, anyone with a toenail sticking out. They are sitting. They will not win this game. Woody Wagers, I'm taking them in my survivor pool. I'm taking them here. I'm putting them everywhere. Washington will win this game.
Miami wins this game. I'm not betting it. Are you betting it? You betting it -190? You crazy.
Money line Washington, for
Miami
the love
wins.
of God. Miami, please, please. For him, that's what you can get. That's what you can get. Out.